It's a great question. How do we get to the tops of our mountains? I was talking about how we need to rise up to the top of our mountain to have greater perspective. And the answer to this question is actually, there are a few answers to the question. So the first one is join the Whole Soul Way program, because that's what I teach, is how to get higher vantage points, to rise our consciousness, to expand and evolve and to elevate and kind of get out of the weeds, right? But let me just tell you, you can totally just decide to get to the top of your mountain. You can actually just imagine, like, here's my life. This is everything's that's happening down here. I want to rise up to the top of my mountain and be like up here looking down and seeing what's happening in my life as more of a witness, more of an observer, rather than the person who's in the weeds. When we're in the weeds, we're so often just like, we can't see. We have no perspective. We don't see what another person's going through. We're just looking at how everything's affecting us and hurting us and how everything's happening kind of to us. When we rise up, we start to see what's really happening here. What's my part in this? What are the lessons that I'm learning? And another way you can do this is, if the mountain metaphor doesn't work for you, you can think about it as a metaphor of like you being an eagle and flying above your life, being way up here, and being able to see what's happening and not just seeing the personal, because that's what we get caught up in, like everything is personal. And then we rise up and we start to see not everything is personal. A lot of the things that people are doing in life, that's because of their own stuff that's going on. Life itself isn't as personal as we think it is. A lot of things are happening just randomly, and we often take it personally. So when we rise above, we're able to have greater perspective and start to ask questions and get a little bit of separation from this stuff that's happening here. We can get some separation. So I say you can just decide in any given moment, any given situation, that you want to rise above it and be able to look down and be a witness to your life. But it is something that you can also practice through meditation, through programs like the Whole Soul Way, doing your inner healing work. Because what we do is we start off, like, the reason why we're stuck in the weeds is often because we're in a lot of pain and we feel like things are happening. They do feel so personal, and we have to learn how to heal inside so not everything feels so painful, so we can kind of rise another level up. So on a permanent level, if we want to be at the top of our mountains, it's doing our inner work, going on a journey like the Whole Soul Way journey. But you can do it in any given moment, any time, any situation. And I love journaling from that perspective, like writing down what would I see differently if I were at the top of my mountain. Try that and let me know what you think.